around.
When the wave, when the rip curl of a wave comes down and it's like white caps,
Right.
that's kind of the way the shark must have been in that, because when the wave crashed down, I stood with my back towards the wave, and as the surf, if you will, was getting pulled back into the ocean, that's when the shark bit me.
Wow. So
So
it was
it must
actually
have
in the
come in.
wave.
It actually must have come in the wave because I didn't see anything. And that's when it started to pull. I thought it was really odd because it was a pretty big pull. And the last thing I thought in my mind was there was a shark there. But I really noticed the shark when it actually came around my back, and then it actually came around and I saw its fin.
I got to ask, I mean, that is probably everybody's nightmare, seeing a fin in the water coming toward them. What went through your mind when you saw that fin?
Well, it happened so fast. The very first thought I had was, "Wow, I gotta get Jack out of here." Number two, my niece and nephew were also in the ocean. I started shouting, "Shark, shark!" Everyone out of the water. At the same time, I'm punching the shark, trying to get the shark away from me, and then went over to obviously grab my son.
I mean, I assume Jack heard you shouting shark. I don't know if he saw the fin as well. How was he? Was he in shock? Did he know what was going on?
He just looked at me, our eyes met, and he knew by looking at my eyes that I was serious and that he needed to listen and we needed to get out as soon as possible.
You have no doubt it was the same shark that bit you each time.
I never saw it, but the folks that were on the beach at the time said there were 2 or 3 sharks that came up afterwards. So I believe it was the same shark, but it could have been a different shark, because by the time I got out of the ocean, there were 2 or 3 sharks swimming in the same area. If I would have been in the ocean for another, few minutes, the other shark showed up pretty quickly. I don't know if I would have made it out alive.
When you were punching the shark, do you think that had an effect on the shark?
I do, Anderson. The force at which I was punching the shark would have been hard for him to hang on. I was punching him as hard as I could, and I do think that's the way he was. I believe that's the way he disengaged from me. I've learned since that's something you're supposed to do, and by happenstance and just being alert and reactive, that's what I did naturally, actually.
You were flown to a hospital. How's the healing process going?
Yeah, thanks. I appreciate it. Couple things. I'd say the Avon, first care responders did a phenomenal job. They were there within 10 minutes of me being on the beach. And then they like you said, they airlifted me right to the Norfolk General Hospital. And as soon as I came in on the helicopter, they brought me right into surgery and operated immediately.
Does this change the way, is it mountain vacations from here on in for you?
Well, it's a good question. I haven't really thought about going on another vacation.
You deserve another vacation, I got to tell you.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. I don't think I'm going to take a different approach. I think, what happened. Having said that, the biggest surprise here was the shark attacked me at, what I thought would be, very shallow water, and was surprised it did that. So the next vacation I take is going to be in the mountains, not the beach.
I can understand that. Well, Patrick, again, it's just, you're obviously a great dad that you were able to be so kind of rational in the midst of all of this and think, and save Jack and your nieces and other people on the beach. Because I know, I've seen interviews, other people on the beach credit you with possibly saving their kids as well. So there's a lot of people who are very thankful for what you did, and I appreciate you talking to us tonight. Thank you.
Well, thank you. And I think I'm only here by the grace of God. So thank you.